My next guest is out with a new piece in the Financial Times, an op-ed piece on what action central banks should take amid the coronavirus. She writes this: the U.S. Federal Reserve and other central banks should take coordinated action to require systemically important banks to build their capital buffers by retaining their earnings. This means that such banks would suspend all capital distributions, including discretionary bonuses to top executives, until the global economy starts to recover. Joining me right now is Volcker Alliance founding director and former FDIC chairman, Sheila Bair. Good to see you, Sheila. Thanks very much for being here today.
Nice being here. Thanks, Maria.
So you want to see coordinated actions from central banks more so than you're talking about a stimulus out of the fiscal part of things, or are you saying you want both?
Well, I think we know all the above. That was specifically targeted at the banking system and making sure the banking system that remains solvent during this crisis. So yes, they need to preserve their cash and their capital. There's no reason why they need to be distributing earnings to shareholders or executives right now. They need to conserve those resources so they can keep lending into the real economy. That will complement a lot of the efforts that are going on in the stimulus bill to provide some backstop against loan losses. But the banks need to get out there and lend, including to small businesses and companies in these distressed sectors right now. They need capital to do that. This is why they should be retaining the capital.
You don't necessarily need to see the central banks do anything on interest rates or their own balance sheets. You just want tighter regulations on the banks so that they could raise more capital and be ready to lend in an aggressive manner.
No, I've supported the Fed's liquidity measures. I think they were prudent to do that to make sure there's liquidity and there's capital. So the liquidity, which is basically the amount of cash you have on hand, has been pumped into the banking system by the central banks. I support that. That's a good thing. That was the first paragraph of the op-ed. But liquidity isn't enough. You need to keep them solvent, too. And by keeping them solvent, they need capital. They need capital so that they can absorb the losses that are going to come from this terrible crisis. And we want them to keep lending. So that there are two prongs of actions that, I think central banks should be taking.
Well, last night we heard from Minneapolis Federal Reserve President Neel Kashkari. He was on 60 Minutes speaking about the potential economic fallout from coronavirus. Sheila, what's your take on that? Do you think that we are approaching a bottom in terms of economic growth? Where do you see the recession and how steep do you see it coming?
Yeah. I don't think we know yet. I think it could be a lot more severe than 2008 and could parallel what we saw with the Great Depression. A lot of it depends on the actions that the Congress takes right now. I want to emphasize I support strong, very muscular fiscal stimulus as well. I hope they can get this bill worked out today. I think the Democrats are right. Maybe you need a few more controls on the massive amounts of money we're going to pump into the system. But we do need to get that money out the door, especially to individuals who are losing their jobs. Hard-hit sectors that are being forced into layoffs because they have no revenues right now, and small businesses in particular. So the bill is designed to address all of these. I hope they can get a compromise today and get that money out the door because the economy is desperately in need of it, and it can't be tomorrow, next week. It needs to be now.
That's right. Sheila, thanks very much for your insights this morning. We appreciate your time.